Hey, it's Karel, and I'm outside the Library Coffee House in Long Beach. Now, a latte is about $5, give or take. How about supporting an artist with that same $5? Well, in today's day and age, there are ways you can. We're gonna find out those ways today. That's right, $5 a month. You could keep your favorite artist on air. How? How about Patreon? Ever heard of a Spreaker? Have you been GoFunded or Kickstarted recently? We're gonna take a look at all that and more on the premiere episode of Karel, Life in Segments.
Stronger, stronger together. Stronger, stronger together.
We are on the streets of LA, someplace not unfamiliar to me and many artists. And we are with
Gudjon, or Gudjon.
That's right. And inside is the culmination of a dream for you. What's happening inside? It's nice when dreams happen, isn't it?
Absolutely. Well, this is our first Creators World. This is where we are showcasing many of the artists and creators on the 𝐲 platform. And it happens to be also our launch event. So, but we are more focused on the Creators World because this is going to be one of many events that we're going to have over the world.
And how did you choose LA for this launch? Why LA?
Well, LA is definitely the home of the creators, and that is basically our slogan. So it was, good fit.
Now, out here in LA, you'll see many artists sitting out on the streets with a guitar case.
Yep.
You've sort of made the guitar case virtual.
Well, I hope so. Well, let's see what happens. I mean, this is like day one for us, so we are excited to see what's going to happen tomorrow.
Well, I'm excited to see what's going to happen tonight.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's go inside then. Well, all right then. All right, we're in the lobby here at the Ace Hotel, one of the most rock and roll hotels in Los Angeles. It's only appropriate. This is where 𝐲 is launching their platform tonight. There's a lot of creators here, a lot of people from Iceland here too. Now, this is what 𝐲 is going to look like on the web. It's how your content will be delivered, or one of the ways. We're going to see who the creators are and why they think 𝐲 is going to help them when it comes to paying for their lives, which is what all of this is really about. You know, because a girl's got to eat and drink, like heavily.
Oh, this is a series of music videos, short films, and mysteries.
And did you create them?
Yeah, we did it, me and my friend. We're brothers and Snorri brothers.
Are you from Iceland?
Yes. But we live here, but we're...
And why did you, let's move over to your videos. Are they over here? Now, why did you choose 𝐲 to be the platform that you wanted to deliver them on?
It's just because it feels right. It's a revolution in a way, because we're taking the power back to the people, and we are the people, and we need some cash.
Right. I mean, one of the problems of being an artist in the 21st century is everybody wants everything for free.
Yeah, that's it.
But we have to eat and drink.
Yeah, but that's kind of everyone is getting tired of it. It's not cool to get everything for free. You just get the commercials instead.
So you're saying that 𝐲 is going to make it cool to pay for content?
Yes.
Let's hope so, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, thank you. Okay, let's mill about. Here we go. This looks like people creating content over here. Tell us about the projects that we're looking at.
All right, so what we're looking at right here is the 𝐲 platform. It's a product that we've created and that we're launching today here at the theater.
So this person here, Rebecca, she's decided to put up dance, yoga, and hula hoops.
Right, that's the channel that she has created for her fans and the people that are willing to subscribe to her channel. So what she's done is that she's created great video content about yoga and hula hoops, etc. All right, and she's now offering people to subscribe to that channel and watch that content and enjoy that for a monthly recurring fee.
Now, with Periscope launching and everybody wanting to be a reality star,
right,
how will this be different?
Right. What we're doing here is that we're trying to connect the subscriber directly to the producer and the creator of the video content, and the subscriber knows that the creator is getting, the money directly.
Now, who's over here? What is all this stuff?
Right. Over here, we're kind of just demoing what our platform looks like for the creator. How he manages and curates his content,
and how they post their content.
Right, that's it.
I hear it's 3 easy steps.
It is 3 easy steps.
I'm one easy step, I just want you to know. Elvis is not dead, and nor is Lucy. Now, how are they able to play all that? Okay. Who's here explaining everything?
I am.
Well then, and we're both. Oh, I'll take the cute redhead. I'll have the cute redhead for 100. And your name, cute redhead?
Baldur.
Your what?
Baldur.
All these names tonight. I'll just call you B. So what are we looking at here?
So here we are looking at the 𝐲 platform.
But how are there movies? I mean, there's rights and things that have to be paid, right? I mean, how do you do that? How do you sell the Lucy show?
I mean, you have to own your content if you want to put it on the on our platform. So if you want to have users subscribe to your channel, you of course have to own the rights for the content you put up there.
And this is the floor for filmmakers and for videographers. How popular is 𝐲 already? I know it's just launching.
Well, we actually have our first subscription already. It's
A lady in Russia, she paid $5 for a band. Oh, I know it all, yes.
exactly.
All right, we're out front with one of the creators because it's very busy inside. And of course, when Good John says I should speak to someone, I speak to them. So I'm speaking to...
𝐂𝐃𝐄𝐓𝐇𝐄𝐃.
And you're with Fuel TV?
Yes.
And tell us what Fuel TV is.
Fuel TV is an action, sports, and youth culture lifestyle channel.
And will it be launching through 𝐲?
Yes, we're already on 𝐲. We've got films and series and shorts.
How important is 𝐲 going to be to your business model?
It's really important. The 𝐲 global platform is amazing. The user interface is incredible and very easy for creators to use.
And more importantly, what I am finding is it has to be easier for, I've done radio forever, and my demographic is a little older, in their 40s, but they still want to participate in all of this, but they need it to be easy. And this seems easy.
It's really easy. I think for users, consumers, the interface is really elegant and simple and logical. The feature they have called Moments is particularly interesting, I think.
Now, how much do you think this could add in time to your endeavors? Is this something that could support filmmakers and artists and musicians?
Absolutely. I think the 𝐲 platform offers creators an opportunity to cater directly to their potential audience and consumer. And
you're a filmmaker. Is that where this is going? We're basically talking about a changing business model in the 21st century. The industry changed right out from under us, and now we have to concentrate more on who's going to see our films or our music, and not so much just throwing spaghetti against the wall and hoping that somebody goes see it. Now we actually are catering to the people that are looking for it.
Absolutely. I mean, I think if you look at the media landscape and what the internet has done, it's opened up a direct connection with the audience for anyone who is a creator, whether they're creating a blog or video, what have you. Now you have these amazing tools that don't cost millions of dollars to create anymore.
I'm sure you will attest. People are making movies on iPads. My job is in broadcasting. I used to take a truck to do what we're doing right now. We'd take a truck. But doesn't there become the problem of too much content?
I think it's about creating a kind of a trusted source relationship with your audience. If you can do that and have a point of view, have a perspective, that you can find an audience.
I take it yours is adrenaline. All right, we're upstairs with
Jonathan Flanagan.
Hi, Jonathan Flanagan. He had an ascot, which is why I had to talk to him. But you're not with 𝐲. You're actually just here to check it out.
Yes, I'm here to explore.
Now, you're an artist, and we need to eat. And nowadays, everybody wants stuff free. So there needs to be a way that people are going to use. What do you think so far, based on what you've seen?
I think it's an excellent idea. I mean, one of my biggest things when it comes to art, I believe that all human beings are creators. And one of the things that we do as creators is we put our art out to the world, but one of the pieces that we miss often is how do we market ourselves, how do we sell ourselves, and in this world, that's what you have to do.
Because artists are bad business people.
Yes, exactly.
Now let me ask you, do you think we can get people around the world to pay $5 a month for content?
Yes, I do. Yes, I mean, again, it's something that a lot of artists don't want to have to handle the business aspect of things on their own.
Yeah, but they don't want to have to ask, you know?
Exactly. So if you have a format, you have a stage for them to present their material and a way for them to make money.
How much would you pay a month to be entertained by me? $2.99, $4.99?
75 cents.
See, that ain't enough. They're charging $4.99. Creators create, and I've had the pleasure for the last 20 years of creating at my home. I have a studio here, and my house just sort of lends itself to that as well. So I produce audio and video right out of my home. Now, that creates quite a lifestyle, and quite frankly, it's one I like. Being an artist is fun, but getting paid for being an artist in today's world, it's really hard. For 20 years, I was really lucky. I had corporate checks from places like KFI Radio or KGO San Francisco, huge companies with lots more money than you or I. Now, I'm not so lucky, but maybe I am. There's now a new way to get paid online from people who consume your content. So if you like me, you get to pay me. If you like me a lot, you can pay me a lot. If you like me a little, you can pay me a little. If you love me but have nothing to pay me at all, it's okay, because someone else can pick up the slack for you. One of the new ways that artists are establishing a business model, and believe me, artists are bad at business, so establishing a business model is a big deal. And one of the ways artists are doing that is through a company called Patreon. Now, in full disclosure, I use it. I use it because it appears to be, for me, the easiest, the biggest, and the best way to do it. Each and every month, people subscribe to my channel, and they pay $1, $4, $10, $20. I get to interact directly with my patrons, and it's really old-fashioned. It's like back in the day when the Pope would give Michelangelo money to go paint something. Well, I wanted to talk to the people at Patreon, because without them, a lot of artists wouldn't be getting paid. There are other ways, and there are other websites, and it's up to you to do your research and figure out which one you want to go with. I went with Patreon. As I said, there are others. Let's talk to Patreon. However, we have Erica. Hey, Erica.
Hey.
How are you, girl?
Hey, thanks for having me.
No worries. Now, you're not just a founding member of the board here of Patreon, but you're also a creator as well, right?
I am a creator. I don't actually have my own Patreon page up, to be honest, but I'll speak to that in just a moment. So I identify as a poet and a performer, but I'm not a Patreon creator.
Well, let me tell you about me. You know, as an entertainer that's been lucky enough to work, through SAG and AFTRA and all of that for 20 plus years, I was talking to Melissa Manchester, a Grammy-winning singer, about her crowdfunding of her new record. Yeah. And she said, I won't feel less than because this is the way things are done now. And I think artists are hesitant to reach out to their base and say, I need your support, I need your patronage. How is Patreon helping them change that?
That's a great question. Thank you for asking that, because it's come up in conversation a lot. Precisely because we don't speak negatively about any of the players in the space, but the truth is, regardless of who's the agent, that the current models have been disrupting our natural cycles of valuation and validation. So our core product is a payment platform. What we're doing is making sure that it's not only possible, but actually very easy for patrons to financially support the creators they love. And we're also realizing more and more that one of the deliverables that we give to creators is validation, is a space where, through this practice of new valuation, we are really trying to disrupt that cycle of pollution, which says, something to the effect of what you're doing isn't worth it.
Well, I think part of that is because of this. I love the internet, and I've been a fan since the get-go, trust me. But a lot of people just suddenly believe they were entitled to everything for free. And what they don't realize is not everybody is a real artist or a real writer or a real whatever. And I don't want to say poo-poo anybody's endeavors, but there are those of us who this is our living. This is what we do. I was genetically engineered to be an entertainer.
Right.
I mean, I can't be anything else. So I have to make a living. And in this new millennia of everybody wanting everything for free, it's become very, very hard. With Patreon, my patrons, some of which are on Social Security disability, they make $600 a month, but they give me $2. And you know what? That doesn't sound like a lot, but 100 people giving you $2 is suddenly $200, and suddenly I've paid my light bill. Last month, I received my first Patreon payment. Because of that, I literally paid my electric bill, my gas bill, and my water bill. That was how much my Patreon first payment was for. That meant a lot to me.
Yeah. Oh, it can be everything. There's so many artists, whether they're established artists or emerging artists, who are using the money that they get from their patrons to pay their rent, to buy food. And also, I think perhaps most importantly, to fuel their creative practice. I think that's one of the things that's been really lost, is the recognition that art doesn't come from nowhere.
Right.
Not only does it come from creators, but those creators need resources to do what they do. And if we don't support it, we actually risk the
Losing
life.
artists is what you risk, yeah. Now, when there are other sites like Patreon, but let me ask you, what should the artists and creators out there that are looking, going, oh my God, I want to do this, what should they look for in any website like Patreon, and what should they look out for in any website?
Yeah, I would say first and foremost, try to, if it's available, identify what the purpose of that organization is. What do they?
You guys were started by an artist. He's an artist, and he wanted to get paid.
And so we are creator first, creator centric. And what that means is that the creator is built into our business plan, and the creator is our priority in every aspect of our business. So there's lots of ways to approach, this challenge of new business models, new funding. But if you're a creator, I would really pay close attention to what, is the purpose of that organization? What is the purpose of that technology? And does it align with your purposes?
Erica, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Absolutely. I am Karel. I'm going to go check my Patreon because I'm sure you've all just pledged millions and millions to me. So. We're in a nightclub, one of many on a Friday night where live entertainment happens. This is where a lot of entertainers earn their keep. Another way an entertainer can earn their keep is by crowdsourcing. One such is Morgan Mallory, our musical director. Now, Morgan, you came down from Portland because of The Voice.
Correct.
And obviously you have one.
I can speak, yes.
I meant singing. And you decided to stay because why?
Because there was a certain energy down here that I really clicked into immediately.
Now, a girl's got to eat.
True.
No, really. So when you wanted to do a record, how did you decide to raise money? What made you go to crowdfunding?
It's really expensive to employ all the different artists that are necessary for a project to come to life in the right way. You need photographers, you need videographers, you need producers, you need the right studio.
Oh, you tell them.
You can't just hire anybody, you need the right people.
So why did you choose the one that you went with?
The studio?
Well, no, GoFundMe as your crowdsourcing.
I used GoFundMe because it was a perfect amalgam of all the different crowdfunding sites. You could do Kickstarter, but if you didn't hit your goal, you lost everything. You could do Patreon, but then it's all subscription-based. So this is a mix of the two, where it's ongoing. You can change your mission statement. You can let it evolve with the project as it goes.
How would you have made the record if you didn't have crowdfunding?
It would have been really difficult to make. I probably would have done it myself in my bedroom.
So it might not have happened.
It might not have sounded nearly as good.
We're hoping. It's not made yet, so we're hoping.
Yeah.
When you're living in a world so cold, it's hard to find the light. Everybody's just doing their best to make it through the night. You gotta live for the moment, cause it might not come again. Just share the love you feel, you want, you need, sing through to the bitter end. Cause we can't stop, won't stop living the dream when we find someday we can believe it. Just get it up, live it up, come follow me, and I'll show you what it means to be free. We gon' live it, oh, oh, oh. We gon' live it, oh, oh, oh. We gon' live it, oh, oh, oh. We gon' live it,
It is the Karelcast. I am Karel, looking very professorial. Is that even a word? Can I even say it? Professorial. Did I swear? I might have sworn in some states, like Alabama, higher learning. Looking very professorial today because I want to talk to y'all about the math of America. Because the math of America just doesn't add up. And there's so much noise out there right now. There is so much noise happening in the news right now, and particularly with everyone announcing they're running for president. I am not running for president. I am not announcing that I'm running for anything. I may run to the bathroom in the middle of the night, but that's only after Taco Bell make a run for the border. So I am not running for anything. But other people are. Marco Rubio is, and Hillary Clinton is, and I think Jeb Bush will probably, although one thing the White House doesn't need is another Bush. Take that however you want. Says the gay man. That being said, there's a lot of noise out there right now. And as we weed through this noise and sort through this noise, I kind of wonder how much pertains to you and I. I mean, how much of what's going on out there in today's world really matters to us? And why do they assume we're idiots? Because you know what? We act like idiots a lot. And that's one of the reasons they assume. Because we act like it. Like we don't do math. How many of you do math? How many of you hate math? I hate math. I'm really good. I was one of those nerds. God, was I good in math. Isn't it horrible to be large, loud, gay, and good in math? I was like the trifecta of everything terrible in school. But there I was, good in math, and I've remained good in math. Now, a lot of the noise out there during this next election especially, because they care about the poor. Oh, the poor. Everybody loves the poor, except, of course, when they have to do something for them. Then they're not so happy about the poor. Or when they find them on their front porch, or their belongings behind their garage. Not so much in love with the poor then. But you got to do stuff. You got to love the poor, right? So here we are loving the poor in this next election. We'll be loving the poor. So we're going to be talking about minimum wage. Minimum, like the lowest of the low that you should get. The minimum wage. That would mean minimum wage. How many of you, including my camera people here, doesn't minimum imply the lowest? Like that's the lowest. Like the lowest that you should probably go. The minimum wage. There's going to be a lot of talk about that. What should it be? What is it now? What does that matter? What they're talking about is a 15. Now, see, Republicans are all happy because they think they're going to raise it to $10. They're like, skip to Malou, $10. That's for math of America, ladies and gentlemen. What is $10 an hour times 40? That's $400 a week, or $1,600 a month, or under $20,000 a year. Okay? So $10 an hour is under $20,000 a year. Okay? And if you look at that, come on, 16 a month, that means the 1/3 principal, because here's the math of America. Your mortgage, your rent, whatever you're paying for your hovel should be 1/3 of your income. 1/3. And that means your expenses, children. I mean your expenses, not just your rent, but your expenses. But let's just go with your rent. Let's say you make minimum wage, $400 a week, $1,600 a month. How much are you supposed to be paying in mortgage? Right around $525. Where are you going to live for that? Where are you going to live for five? Well, I'll show you where you don't want to live, where you're going to have to live for five. The roaches will pick you up and move you where you want to live for $525 a month. So $10 an hour, forget that. So there's a big push now for $15 an hour. Okay, they want that to be the minimum wage. And they think, oh my God, look how magnanimous we are. $15 an hour. Math of America. $15 an hour is how much, ladies and gentlemen, at 40 hours per week? Come on, you can do it. $600 a week. Times that by 52 weeks. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. Here's an easy way to do that. 50 times the 600, that's 30,000. Then add in 2 more months. Isn't that, or 2 more weeks? Isn't that easy? So that's another 1,200, by the way. So you're looking at what? $31,000 a year. Is that right? 5 times it, $30,000, $31,000 a year. And that's at 15. Now, how much is that a month? Your mortgage should be what? $800 a month? $900 a month? And that's at $15 an hour. It doesn't work. In order to live in America, we know that it takes $50K to be poor. That's what it takes. That's to not be able to go on vacation, not be able to get, pass down the clothing to the little ones. They ain't getting new stuff. Sorry, you ain't even going to Walmart. We are that poor. No, $30 an hour. Do the math, America. That's $1,200 a week. That's right around $60K a year. That's right around just getting by. $30 an hour. There's a reason Republicans and others don't want you to do the math of America. There's a reason they want you to not even think about it. Because if you thought about it, you would see how horrible, how wide the divide, we're talking wide, the divide really, truly is. And how us getting by is a myth. All of us, all of you listening, all of you watching, most of you, you're living above your means. How do I know? Because the math of America does not add up. It simply doesn't add up, at least not in our favor. I am Karel. Don't forget to go to my website. It's Karel.media, Karel.media, where you can read this story and lots more stories, all right there at Karel.media. Next time, you just sit down with the math. Sit down and do the math. You're going to be very, very, very upset if you do. But don't blame me that I brought it to your attention now. But minimum wage, that's a joke. Yeah, like retirement. But we'll talk about that next time.